Hello guys, today we're gonna work with the lesson number 9 from the unit 9 of your My Math book. It's the page 551, problem solving investigation. Okay, so go get your book and let's work. In the first part, they ask you to learn the strategy. Let's see what problem they have for us today. So Sarah and Barb and Erin each wrote a different expression. The expressions were 3 plus 5 times 2. The next one is 3 plus 5 times 2 but with a parenthesis, and 3 times 5 plus 2. The values of Barb's expression is 13. The values of Erin's expression is an even number. Which expression did each person write? Let's go to the next slide. We're gonna do the next thing first. Understand. What facts do you know? I know that the value of Barb's expression is 13, right? And the value of Erin's expression is an even number. We have it over here, even, right? That's what we know. And we also know these expressions over here. We want to know which expression is from each person, right? Okay, so let's go to the next slide. To plan, you will use logical reasoning to solve the problem, right? So to do that, you're gonna find the value of each expression. Yes, each expression. Okay, so for the first one, we know that the problem that the answer, the value is 13. For Barb is 13. Let's see how they got this problem solved. You know that this one doesn't have a parenthesis like the second one, right? This one starts with a plus and then a multiplication. But since we don't have parentheses, remember that if we don't have parentheses, we have to start with the operation that is the multiplication or the division, right? So if we have over here a multiplication, we have to start with that expression. So we're gonna multiply 5 times 2 equals 10, and then we can add next these two. So 3 plus 10 equals 13, right? So now we know why they got this expression correct. Yes? Okay, so let's go to the next expression. Now we have a parenthesis over here, so we know this is the first expression, the first problem that we have to solve, right? So we have 3 plus 5 equals 8, right? And this 8, we're gonna multiply it 4 times this 2, right? So 8 times 2 equals 16. Yes? And we already know that, for example, let's solve the last expression first, so we know which expression is for each person. So in this one, we have 3 times 5 plus 2. We have first over here a multiplication. Remember that we have to do first the multiplication and divisions, and then the subtractions and additions. So we have 3 times 5 equals 15 plus 2. 15 plus 2 equals 17, right? So now we have that this number, this is an even number, right? And in the last slide, we saw that the value of Erin's expression was an even number. So this one is from Erin. So the last one is gonna be from Sarah, right? Does your answer make sense? Yeah, because you're gonna write that on your book because each answer matches the clues. The clues. Sorry, this is an L. The clues and a point. Sorry. Okay. Now, for the next page, which is 552, we have practiced the strategy again. Caleb, Ty, and Joyce and Lavanda each have one of 4 pets. Ty does not have a dog or a fish. Joyce does not have a bird or a fish. Caleb has a cat. And what pet does each person have? Let's see. What facts do you know? We know that some people have some pets and some people don't. We know that Caleb has a cat, right? And what else do we know? That some people don't have, sorry, this is a D, don't have certain pets. And what do we need to find? The pet of each person, right? That's what we want to know. I'm so sorry about the letter. Okay, let's go to the next slide. What plan we're gonna apply here to solve this problem? I think we should make a table to find which pet is from each person. Okay, so we're gonna use a table and we're gonna use our common sense to find the answer of this problem. Okay, on the number 3 we're gonna solve. We're gonna make a table. Okay, so we know that Caleb, it's one person, right? We have someone else, which is Ty. I'm just gonna write the name over here really quickly, and then Joyce, and the last one is Lavanda. Okay, so we have Caleb has a cat, right? He has a cat. Ty doesn't have a cat, right? Oh, sorry, let me erase this over here. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Caleb has a cat, Ty doesn't, Joy doesn't, and Lavanda doesn't. Okay, who has a dog? Let's see. Ty does not have a dog or a fish. Well, let me finish the table first. We have cat, we have dog, we have fish, and we have bird. Right. Cats, dog, fish, and bird. Okay. So Ty doesn't have a dog or a fish. Ty doesn't have a dog and doesn't have a fish. Okay. Joyce does not have a bird or a fish. Joyce doesn't have a bird and doesn't have a fish. And Lavanda has each. No, Lavanda doesn't have anything. No, yeah, sorry. And each person has one animal of each kind. So Caleb has a cat. Okay, so nobody else has a cat. Ty doesn't have a cat, Joy doesn't have a cat, and Lavanda doesn't have a cat. Yes? Okay. So, sorry, I got mistaken over there. Who has a dog? We don't know who has a dog, but we know that Ty doesn't have. She has a bird, right? And we know that Joy has a dog. So, for example, Lavanda won't have a dog and won't have a bird, so she has a fish. And Caleb doesn't have any other. So we already know. Caleb has a cat, Ty has a bird, Joy has a dog, and Lavanda has a fish. Okay, so that's the answer over there. You have to make the table on your book, okay? And do you think this has a do you think this answer makes sense? Yes, because I organize the info in a table. Very good.